mic.
Yeah, like,
Oh yeah. Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, we back. We back. This is Tapped In, episode 57.
All right, no doubt, yo.
Hey, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. We appreciate the new subscribers. And we appreciate our wives, man.
Oh, no doubt, man. They
Appreciate
did
our
that big
wives.
one, man. They got it one over on us, didn't they?
They did, man. They did. So we had a holiday event this past weekend. We always do it during Christmas time, where we invite our friends, people that we do business with, out, for a night, have a good time, good entertainment and stuff like that. But it's always for a cause. So we try to raise funds or get donations for gifts so that we can give it back to kids in the community. We don't mind having a good time, but we want to be able to do it with a cause. It makes it even better.
No doubt. I think it's a really dope event, man. And for it to be able to continue doing that, I mean, even
Right.
in like this economy, people still willing to, come out and give their time and their money. So it's always good, man.
Sure.
And man, God's gonna continue to bless y'all for even doing that, man.
It's it's weird because it don't seem like it's a lot of work, but you forget about it. Well, until the day after, and you got to finish cleaning up and stuff. But when you're there and people having a good time, and it's turning out the way that you want it to be, it's just like what better than this, man? To have good food, good friends, some family, but for a good cause. I mean, you can't really beat that, man.
No.
And man, and thank you. With gracing the stage and the presence with your spoken word, man, brought down the building. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man. I always enjoy it, man.
Yeah. Then we had Nisi from Seaford. She came out.
Oh yeah.
Gave us a couple pieces. I was trying to wrap her up. She's like, "Hold on, I got
another one
and
another one.
Okay, another one."
That's all it is.
I said, "Okay." She was feeling it, so we let her cook.
That's it. That's it, man.
Cook.
And she speaks from the heart, man. She really,
for sure.
She give it, no doubt.
For sure, man, for sure. And you can tell. You can tell the difference when somebody's speaking from a place they done been at, where they had to navigate through and how they and how to get back. So we appreciate everybody that came out. Appreciate our wives. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They always there in the background, liking our posts, sharing our posts. You know what I mean? Giving us maybe some ideas and stuff we should talk about.
Oh yeah.
Or might give you a couple jabs when you get home, like, yo.
Oh, you said that, did you?
Yeah.
That's how you feel?
Yeah. What, you bringing me up in the podcast again?
Yeah.
So, but no, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, we usually like to touch on football a little bit.
I thought we were skipping that tonight, man.
I mean, we gotta say something, man. We gotta say something. So we ain't gonna talk about we're not gonna talk about all the teams. We haven't talked about them. And it's been what, 3-4 weeks now, man. Shador, man.
Oh yeah. We definitely could talk about Shador.
Yeah. Well, we talked about him a little bit last week in reference to fathers and being present in their lives and stuff like that. But I mean, the pressure that this kid is under and what he had to go through and to be able to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Like last week was, man, he threw for almost 360 yards, man.
Yeah.
As a rookie on the Cleveland Browns.
Right.
And like he had to do that.
Yeah.
In order for them to be like, you know what, man, we gotta let this kid rock.
But it's still sabotage. They still sabotage. You take him out on a drive on the 2-yard line, 1-yard line, twice, and because they still want to control the narrative,
right? And
he would have been a hero,
right?
You get that W, and you do that. The headlines. I mean, you already in the headlines more than any fifth round pick,
right?
Ever.
Man, they in the headlines more than any team.
Than the Patriots and the Broncos that's winning.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, if you go on YouTube, man, if you follow sports, there's not a pundit, a commentator that's talking about sports that don't have some kind of breakdown of Shedeur on what he did on Sunday, what he did do, what he didn't do, his potential, the things that he should have done. I mean, everybody got an opinion and something to say.
So this is what got me today, and I don't know if this was, I don't want to call their name because I might get it wrong, but someone was upset because he doesn't carry himself on post-game interviews. Like he doesn't use the vernacular or the things that they think he should use. Like he don't get up there and speak like the coach or something like that. You know how he's like carefree, he laughs, he tells jokes. But they intimidated by his confidence.
Right.
He's not cookie cutter. He get up there, he says the right things. Now it's a problem because he don't say it the way they want him to say it.
Right.
I say, man, come on, man.
It's crazy, man, because it kind of remind me a little bit of AI.
Yeah. That's
when he came into the league, it was like, I'm not wearing no suit. I'm
comfortable in his skin, like,
and see, that's it. We had this conversation, man. This was a long time ago. And we talked about confidence and self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
He has very, very high self-esteem, like belief on the inside of himself, not about who he is as a person.
Right.
And so when you had that high self-esteem, it's hard for anybody to say anything to make you not feel that way.
Right.
Because how I feel is not based on what you think of me.
Up here, what you think.
Right.
It's coming from an inward place. Like I know who I am.
Right.
Even when that turns into, okay, I had a bad night, but he can separate the football player from himself.
Right.
I'm still him. Because God made me him. That's it.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, he carried himself that way. I mean, he slipped all the way there. You think about it. Everything that happened was to try to break him, break his mentality, break his self-esteem, to try to break his confidence.
Yeah.
And see, when you don't realize where the confidence comes from, you can do all of the things that would normally break somebody down.
Right. Come on. Yeah. But when you can't find that chink in the armor, it can't get in there.
Right.
It's like a heat-seeking missile, man.
For sure.
Oh, man. I'm all teeth over here, man. Oh, man. Heating up. Yeah. We paid the cameraman this week, didn't we?
I think so, man.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Oh, man.
About to find out.
Yeah.
All right. Guess we back again.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, when you can't figure out where that confidence comes from or that self-esteem comes from, all the outwardly things that you think that he pulling from, that's not what he pulling from.
Right. And it's hard to break him, hard to shake him. You just can't do it.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for him, cheering for him as long as they ain't playing the Ravens, we all good.
That's it. Well, I gotta touch on my boys real quick, man. I know we wasn't gonna go there,
man.
But listen,
Pause, man.
We ain't die.
Come on,
hold on, man. We gotta take another commercial break.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Rewind that. Edit that part, man. But anyway, yeah. So let's talk about me supporting my team. So yeah, man. I think we're all right, man. I think every team that you look at, nobody has other than the two teams you mentioned earlier, the Broncos and the Patriots, has like a real commanding, everybody hit that point in the season. I feel like postseason is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you can kind of tweak those things and figure out what's going, it's bigger than what's on the field. I can tell you that much.
Mhm.
I think it's something going on in the locker room, and I don't think it's amongst the players.
You don't think it's amongst the
I
players?
don't think it's really amongst the players now. I think because you got Jalen, they're not lining him up the way he preferred to line up. AJ will not getting the touches. Somebody's calling all of this, man. So I just don't see them boys like performing the way they really can, and I think that it's almost intentional. Like,
so they might not be in the script this year, man. Might not be in the script, man.
Man, at WWE, I went to, I ain't trying to spoil it for nobody, man. I went to a conference one time, and was it Dusty Rhodes? No, Lex Luger was up there. He told me, he said, "Listen, script is written, but everything in between is real." He said, "So you go out there, they already know who's gonna win, but they don't know what's gonna transpire during the match. So you got to entertain these people for 30 minutes, but at the end, this one has to win."
Right.
Yeah, he said, so it's real and it's fake. That's what he was saying.
Right.
But I hope NFL hasn't come to that.
Nah, well, I mean, man, you got to think about it, man. I believe that more before sports betting became the thing that it is. Because now, man, we knew it was always people behind the scenes that was dependent on these games, you know what I mean, to make their money. But now when everybody in basically the world got access, it's a lot of money sloshing around, man. And it's a lot of coaches, referees, umpires.
Facts.
I mean, you get that duffel bag.
Yeah,
when you check into the room, and no receipts.
Yeah.
But a note.
Thank you. Throw the game.
Yeah. Thank you. Sincerely, Eagles fan.
Yeah. Man, that's messy. Yeah.
But nah. So trying to think, man, I mean, we can start off in the main topic that I put out tonight. I mean, if you want.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
All right. So it basically, and I put it out there to get a little bit more traction than really what the conversation for me is. It's like this 50-50 marriages actually work. And so on the surface, most people be like, yo, what is he talking about? 50-50 marriages. But it wasn't pertaining to money and income. It was more pertaining to the roles in and of themselves. Right. So for me, I personally say no. I don't think 50-50 works. Because I think both of us got to show up 100%.
I'm 100% with you.
Yeah. Right. But even that don't work. Because it's days where I'm at 40. And she at 90.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a law of averages, right?
It's a law of averages. But I think the key thing in that part of the relationship, and roles change, right? So when our oldest kids were younger, my wife did the picking up of the kids, from school when they got off the bus and all of that kind of stuff. And now her career path has changed where she don't get off until later on in the evenings. And with my career, I have a more flexible schedule. Like I can schedule appointments and move around. And whereas when she's at the salon, she can't really do that. So now that afternoon afternoon picking up, making sure dinner. I mean, I always, for a long period of time, I cooked dinner. She started off cooking dinner, but it was a way to relax me, because my job was stressful. So she was like, all right, well, cool, you go ahead and cook. I'm fine with that, But now I have the duties of picking the girls up from school in the afternoon, getting them home, getting them set up and all of that kind of stuff. And so that role has changed. That took sacrifice on both our parts. Yeah. Right. A sacrifice of her not being able to do the things that she had been doing before, and the sacrifice of me not feeling like, oh man, this ain't my role and I should be doing this. You know what I mean? I ain't had to do this before. I mean, it wasn't that way. It's like she supported me in my career for a very, very, very long time. I was able to do something that I'm able to do something that I love to do. But she didn't experience that, in the previous work that she did. And now she was at a place that she prayed for when she was a young girl to be able to do. And, through the course of life was able to circle back to that. And it wouldn't be fair for me to be like, nah,
right.
I want you to sacrifice
far more time home because I'm the man. You got to be home.
Right.
That's okay.
Right. Because then you're right. Because then maybe I'm happy. She's miserable.
Right. Because
she's not being able to fulfill the things that was poured inside of her.
You're right.
By something that was greater than me.
Yeah.
So it's like, you suffocating that fire, that flame, and then that's going to show up in other places in a relationship.
It's going to show up as resentment down the road anyway. You have so many people from the outside looking in. I'm talking successful, highly successful people where, we talked like Aisha Curry, some of them where, okay, some women or men, depending on which one has the most success at the time, it has the more demanding career. It's like the other person loses their identity. You're known as this person's wife or this person's husband. And then after, it's all smiles and it's good when, everything. But after a while, when you realize you're not living purpose, now you get resentment because it's like, I could have did this. And sometimes Father Time catch up to you and that thing that you wanted to do, you're not prepared for it anymore. And it's like, dang, I gave all of this to support you.
Right.
But where was you at? And that's why it's important to listen and hear. It's been times my wife loves school. When I say she loves school, like for half of her life, she's went to school. And it's been times when I see that she's ready to go to the next level. And we got a nice little routine going on. And I'm glad she don't have class 3 nights a week now and come. So it's getting on, and I just see that, you know what? She's not satisfied. And now I'll make the recommendation. Hey, babe, think maybe you need to go ahead and go back. Go ahead. Because I know that's what's going to fulfill her. You know what I mean? And in turn, she's done that for me a lot of times because, I always consider the family. I'm like, nah, this might not be the. Go for it. I got you. Whatever slack I got to pick up.
Right.
So, but if we was thinking with a 50-50 mindset, it wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't work.
No. It wouldn't work.
It don't. And I think it's only. I think it's only in relationships where you're probably older, and that dynamic from the very beginning is what both of those people are looking for. Like as far as the fulfillment and purpose part of it.
Right.
So like if you got a guy who's in his late 30s, early 40s, is extremely successful, right? And he wants to be able to start a family and stuff like that. I mean, just common sense is going to tell you that he's probably not going to be looking for somebody who's as motivated and has a drive that he does,
right?
To go after whatever dream he's pursuing. He wants somebody that's a compliment to him, somebody who's maybe successful in what they've done in their career, but doesn't have that goal and that vision to be this ultra,
right,
rich or out front in front of the cameras person, but they have all of the other qualities of supportiveness and understanding and unlimited in their thinking to be able to support them. Because you can get with somebody and they could be a Debbie Downer. Right. They could have a lot of the qualities, but then when it's time for you to hit the road, go to work, oh, why are you going? Like, do we really need? So those two things have to align. And I think in that case, when you're older and you both understand those roles for that specific thing, I think it can work. Now, there still also has to be a meeting of the minds as far as, emotionally what's expected between the two of them, right? Because you still have to show up. You can't be, say, okay, well, you here to cater to me because I'm making the money and and I'm affording you this lifestyle. You don't have to work. All you gotta do is take care of the kids or whatever. But it's like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Emotionally, that works for you, but
Right.
I need more than just to be doing this. You know, I need for you to appreciate what
Right.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Value how important what I'm doing allows for you to be able to do the things that you want to do. And so in that case, it works. But I started all of this by saying, sometimes I could be at 40, she could be at 80 or 90. But there are times where I sense we both might be at 20.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to choose not to be there.
Yeah. You got to fight through some things and say, you know what?
We both can't be in this same spot. So I gotta see something that ain't even there. Not make you believe something, but paint a picture of something that's not even there.
Yeah.
To pull me out and to pull you out too.
Yeah.
Because that's the sacrifice in relationships. I don't think people talk about a lot.
Right. And they got and that requires you not to be selfish. And I'll tell you another thing that hinders that from really growing, that not having that 50 mindset is a jealous ass boy. You can't be jealous, man, because jealousy means, a lot of times jealousy means I don't want you out of my presence for, you go to work for 8 hours, but if you're building something for over here that's going to require another 3 hours or 4 hours of your night, you need somebody mature enough to say, hey, I can't be in two places at one time.
Right.
If I want this to look like this for 3 years down the road, that's just like what I said earlier about my wife going to school, you driving up to William, going up Wilmington, doing this. Now, if I was a jealous guy and oh man, we going out every night and hinder you, make you feel bad for something that it's like, and I see it so much though. And sometimes with the women too, it's like, okay, I need to be outside to do what I have to do.
Right.
When you got a guy, man, he out there and he's in his own company truck, he got to ride and get busy, do what he got to do. You can't hinder him on that side. And then when it comes to the other side, hey, where the money at? Right. Well, I want to go here, I want to do this.
Right.
But I think you're stifling that person. And then they'll never be able to give their 100 and you'll never be able to give yours. Sometimes it's like, okay, be great, go be great. And then when we come together, because we're going to find that time.
Right.
Or life is going to slow up enough where we can come back together. But sometimes you got to be okay with being separate. And a lot of people just can't deal with that. Yeah. I was blessed enough to be able to, have that. But it took some work though. You have to explain it. And you got, like you said, they have a meeting of the minds. Okay, you can go out here, you're going to do this. But when you come home, hey, we still got to eat. Right. We still got to do this. So we got to figure that out. But it's work.
Right. Yeah. And you got to be, like you said, unselfish in order to make that happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. For sure. We talked about something a while ago. It's weird because it came up and I was like, man, I didn't know if I wanted to bring it up, but I am. We talked about Shatur and confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of, how, it may seem from the outside, I think everybody goes through phases when they're not confident.
Mm-hmm.
And one, and I'm going to say it could be in something that they love to do, right? But it could be an instance, a bad transaction, a bad encounter, somebody having a bad day and just, complaining about your service and you as an individual. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that can shake your confidence.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so for you haven't heard this. Usually we'll like have questions or whatever, mm-hmm. but for you, it's crazy because I remember, and you never said what the context of it was.
Mm-hmm.
But has there ever been a time where you lost confidence, and how were you able to find your way back?
Well, yeah, that is a really good question, and definitely been times where I lost confidence, it's a layered response because I've lost confidence, but I've never lost faith in God.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never lost faith in my creator. So I always know when I hear his voice and he say, go this direction, I know I'm going the right direction, but sometimes everything along the way will tell you it's not. And honestly, I've been in sales my whole life. If anything can make you lose your confidence, it's sales. Because
Right.
I mean, all the trending, and 1 minute you up, is hand over fist. Next minute, your phone not ringing, or it's not touching, and that could really shake your confidence because you start to look at, okay, am I losing customers because of myself? Am I not getting the phone calls for something I'm not doing right?
Right.
But then I think what I do to overcome that is kind of realize that it's ebbs and flows with everything. It's ups and downs. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna keep showing up, doing the same thing that I do. And then when it come back around, and then next time you see it again, you say, okay, I know what this is.
Right.
Because I've been through this before. I gotta weather this out and it'll come back. And I think not folding is what helps build that confidence, because if every time you hit those spots where you don't feel like you're dominating in your field, you fold, I'm gonna do something else, because you're never gonna realize that I'm gonna get over this hump.
Yeah, for sure.
So what about you?
So for me, man, I think the number one thing is faith in God, and faith in what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, right? But even in doing that, there are times and situations that happen that, for me, the one thing I have to remind myself is that it's usually the one thing. It's usually, to me, it's usually something small, and it's usually the one thing that keeps coming back. But sometimes it's the hardest thing to do, right? And it could be something simple, but it's like whatever that thing is. And I think in every situation, they try to make it be everything else but that, because it seems so simple. But it's like, if you do that thing, it'll lead you down the path of building that confidence back up, because all you need is a win. It's just like when you say, okay, if you're in sales, right, and the phone's not ringing, well, you need to have more conversations, right? You need to go out and have more conversations. But you, in your mind, you thinking, well, like, yo, why ain't nobody calling me? Like I was busy, I was slammed, I couldn't even turn around, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and now, like, I ain't got nothing shaking. Like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah,
and it's that thought. What's wrong with me? It's like, man, did I do something? Did I say something to somebody? God, did I do something wrong? You know what I mean? Was I not thankful or whatever? And it's like in the back of your mind, it's just like, no, just make some calls. Make some phone calls. And then you sitting there and you're staring at the phone, and it's like, all right, well, make a call. And you know what I mean? And it might take a while for you to get somebody who's ready to do something, but it's like almost as soon as you get that, oh yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Yeah, I'm ready. It's like the switch turn on.
Right.
Right. And then it's like the momentum start building up. And I think the difference between people who are ultimately or are successful in the things that they do and the thing or their accomplishments, the difference between accomplishing a lot and a little is your ability to rebound in between those losses. The quicker you rebound, like if something knock your confidence, the quicker you build it back up, you separate yourself. Because let's just say you and I are experiencing the same thing, and you sit in that thing for like 4 months, and that next week I done shook it and I'm back.
Right.
I'm building the next 3 months while you sitting there just trying, oh man, what's going on? Poor me, And so like your ability to be able to overcome that obstacle or that frustration faster is the difference between you getting to where you want to be and being stuck there.
You said something real key as I was listening, man, and I didn't want to cut you off, but one of the key things you said though was when you're building it and when you're getting to that point 3 months ago, 3 months ago you was up. When you're up, a lot of people stop doing the things that got them up because I'm up now. Like as if it's gonna last forever.
Right.
When that pipeline has to continue to be built up, and that's just like in the gym and anything else. Joe just starts saying, "Oh man, I see you back, man. I see you check." You get a couple compliments and all that. Well, if you don't keep doing,
you miss the whole next week.
The whole next week, the next turn into a month because you stopped doing the thing that got you there.
Yep.
And then in turn, that kills your confidence.
It does.
It kills your confidence.
It does, man.
Lots of times it's self-sabotage, man.
It is. And I'm gonna say 99% of the time, it's an inside job.
It's an inside job.
It's an inside job because you think about it. When you super busy and you at that apex, your confidence is like, why would you not do business with me? You see how busy I am?
Right.
You see how these people want.
And somebody else is making 100 calls and you ain't made 20 because they coming to you right now.
Yeah.
But you gotta throw that rod back out there.
You gotta keep the main thing, man.
The main thing,
you gotta keep the main thing, the main thing.
And even to take that a step further, it's the people around you. It's your tribe. Your tribe, the people around you. Because listen, when I call you and I'm woe is me, I don't need you woe is me with me, man. Like, y'all need you to smack me in the face. Say, come on, man. Yo,
get yourself together, man.
Get yourself together. Yo, bro, okay, I know you're going through this. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? But if all you want to do is pop a can or pop a bottle with me and we both sit there and tearing our beer all night. Yeah, nothing's game, right? Yeah. So you gotta keep the right people that's gonna build your confidence and continue to speak life into you, man.
For sure. My boy LaRussell say, dust yourself off. Pick yourself up, dust off of your shoulders. Just remember you the closer. Yeah, there you go.
And if I'm gonna reference one, it's gotta be my boy Ty, man. Ty Chip said, only one night though. Hey, only one night. We can sit here. We can be down. We can, put our head down. Woe is me. But guess what? Only one night.
Yeah, we gotta
bounce back. Let's get back to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Recovery, man. That's the quickest way to face it. Keep moving, man.
Thinking about bouncing back, man. Okay, man. I wasn't gonna touch it, but we might as well, man. Talking about confidence, and we know Diddy, man, was one of the most confident cats on the outside. Man. But with everything that he's going through and the way that he stays in the media and everything, do you feel like there's a redemption path for him or that he can find that same confidence?
Whew, man. Yes. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I say yes, but no, I'm gonna say no. I don't know. Because so much of what he built was based off of the persona of Diddy, and now the persona of Diddy has a whole different persona.
Yeah.
Right.
Diddy turned into an action word.
Right. Yeah. Like no Diddy. Yeah. No Diddy. And then with like the documentary and stuff coming out, man, money exposes who you are. Who you really are. And I can't. It do because
I don't.
Because
I don't 100% agree with that.
I think it does because
I don't.
if you the things you like, whatever you spend your money on right now, right? Not spend your money on the things that you do with your money right now. If I 10x, if I 100x your money, it's probably going to be proportionate to those same things that you're spending it on now.
Yeah, but I still don't think that enhances the person you are, because I think money helps actually enables you to hide the person you are more. Because I didn't watch all the documentary, but yeah, because sometimes people want to be so far removed from their upbringing, so far, you know what I mean? You grow up poor, you grow up, you know what I mean, in certain neighborhoods that you want to separate yourself from people if you used to like being without. That's not the part of the story you really want told. You want to put on a different persona so that money is just hiding it's the fake you. I feel like I don't think it enhances who you really are. I think it put him in a room with a lot of. I think he was introduced to a lot.
So I'm gonna use your example. So if you're insecure about how you grew up, right, and you're trying to separate yourself from that, if you don't have money, you can't. If you have money, you would do exactly how you feel. You would separate yourself and you would create this new persona. Well, guess what? That's who you was. You just didn't have the money to do it. Like, I mean, I'm taking something that is, you know, an insecurity. If it's something that you secure about, you're gonna.
But you use the word persona. A persona is
So what I'm saying is not necessarily persona. It enhances
what's really inside of you. That's what you think.
Your core values, who you are at the core. I think it shows up. If you're a given person, if you get blessed with a lot of money, it's hard. It's gonna be hard for you to blow it because you see so many other needs that you can help. Now, will you be spending more on maybe more lavish things? Yeah. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
But you still gonna be constrained by that same pull that you had when you saw people in need and you wanted to help. Right. You still gonna have that same pull. Right. And now you just got more money to give to those things. And so like I really do. I think it magnifies. I really do think it magnifies what's down inside of you. If you want to, yeah. Because if you're the type of person that want to hurt people,
now you got the means
and you got fun.
Yeah, I think.
And if you want to help people, now you got the means to do it.
I've never looked at it. This is my personal opinion. I never looked at it that it's the money that's doing that. I think it's the power. And I think those two things could be separated because just a lot of people that got money that don't have that influence and that power. I think the power and the influence is the thing that really, because it's almost like you get a godlike complex now. It's like, if I call this shot, it's going to happen. And everybody with money can't do that. It's an influence that you have to have. So I think it's more the power, man.
And I think those two,
money, power, respect, man.
I think those two I think they're separate. I mean, I do think they're separate because I mean, I'm not going to mention no names, but here recently I've seen somebody who's had a lot of money, right? And they carried themselves a certain way. But I've also seen them get all the power that they could never buy with all of that money. And it make them be a whole different way.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
But in a whole different way where it magnifies. I'm trying to think. How did you put it?
I think you just made my point.
No, because the same thing is, I think everybody has a core thing that they probably should protect themselves from. Right.
Right.
And for somebody who's had all of the money, right, and been able to do all of the things that they want to do, and the one thing they never had was a power, that's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
You know, but for somebody who's never had the money, you know, if you give them, I mean, it because there's a certain type of what's the word I'm looking for? when you have a lot of money, it allows you to get in spaces and places with people, so you kind of can carry yourself. You carry yourself a certain way because you've been exposed
But
to
you
a
can
lot
buy
of
your
things.
way into things, but that power is what controls the money, though. The power controls the money.
Yeah, because if you have power, it can control it. It can control, but the power is going to give you the money, and the money. But what I was saying was the money magnifies the character in you.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
You know what I mean? It just magnifies. You can see what the heart of a man is by where he put his money at, what he do with the money that he has.
Yeah.
The power aspect of it that's something to me, like you said, that is something that's totally different, because I can't really tell what type of man you are if you have a lot of power.
Yeah, because a lot of times you can throw rocks, hide your hand, and you just calling the shots.
Right.
But when you think about what we was just talking about, Diddy, and you thinking about the people around him and the things that wasn't said, the things that was said, and the people that wouldn't speak up, and that's power.
Mm-hmm.
That's power.
But it's until you come up to somebody who's more powerful than you. Right. And then you get exposed because they're looking at your receipts and where you spent your money.
Okay. But you know what? Another aspect about that, though, man, I would like to talk about briefly, man, is this that he went to trial.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Front Street.
Mm-hmm.
He got his time, his sentence, for somebody to come on the back end, another brother to come on the back end, capitalize off that, make a documentary, another one, after everything's said and done, to like further put someone else's legacy in the dirt. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like and I think more as a community, is that a trait that, even though they're doing it on that level, that you see all the time, just on a smaller level?
Unfortunately, I think you do. And it's because I say 9 times out of 10, it makes the person that's talking feel like they're a better person than the person that did it. Right. So it's a selfish. It's come from a selfish place. But I thought about it, and I haven't watched it. I don't have a desire to watch it. Like that's the other thing is why, why in our community is that even a trending thing, right? When there's so many other things that's going on, like that has no effect on our day-to-day lives,
right?
You know what I mean? So that is one, that's one thought that I have about it. The second thought is why, right? And it's either I could only bring it down to one thing. Like, you really hate this person.
Yeah.
And they did something to you.
It have to be.
That would make you go to this extreme.
That level of petty boy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only, and I mean, whoever watching this, you put it in the comments. I mean, give me your thoughts. But so it's either hate them that much, they did something to you that you just can't forgive, or you just want the money that bad.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna sell.
Yeah. Either or. Back to that money piece. But you know what? You said a key thing, man. It makes the person, lots of times, it makes the person that's talking feel like they're better. Man, and it's funny how that works. I was in the grocery store not too long ago, bumped into a guy I haven't seen in years. We have a mutual acquaintance that we know. Man, partied, lived a good life, had some health issues, right? From this years of alcoholism.
Mhm.
Now the guy that I was talking to in the grocery store was a substance abuse user for his whole life. Man, his girl gone and everything. He's first, yeah, man. I told him quit doing all that drink, man. That boy used to do all that drinking, man. Drink his whole life. And I'm like, oh. but because I guess he's not dealing with the same health issues, he feel like he's done something better. And I'm like, wow, that's just how some people are though. Yeah. Like, if I feel like I'm doing just a little bit better,
I can get on my platform. You know what I mean? It made me look that much better. But so the last thought that I had was, what if this backfire?
In what regard?
What if it backfire on 50?
Oh, listen, somewhere he's not a perfect man.
Right.
He's not a perfect man. And I think he done made enough enemies, man, willfully, just like throwing this up to where I think jokers can kind of dig a little deep. It's going to be a 50.
But I mean, you think about like and I don't even.
And I like Fifth too. I would say that. I
do too. Yeah, I mean, I think he's his business acumen and the things that he's done, for communities and stuff like that, is commendable.
Yeah, and I like him because he's not a conformist. He don't conform.
He's himself.
That's what I like a lot about.
Yeah, for sure. But you think about there's so many projects that he has out already that's people don't even know about. That's making money on top of money on top of money. It's lead me back to why this?
It has to be personal because even before Diddy, though, he didn't cross the tracks and pick a story from. I mean, he could have easily picked. It's a lot of trending topics that didn't involve. I mean, somebody that looked like him.
Right.
Stay away from that, though. Stay away from that. That's all I'm saying, man.
Right. Well, I mean, this is I didn't know he's gonna go here tonight, but I mean,
hey, man, it's different.
Plane, but we landed the plane where we needed to land the plane.
That's it.
Yeah, for sure. You got anything else, man?
Nah, man. I mean, did you put up Christmas lights? It's this holiday, man. I mean,
man, I haven't put them up yet, man.
No,
not yet. And I feel bad. That just even made me feel worse. That I don't have because I got a young 5-year-old.
Oh,
right? Yeah, we haven't even put up the tree yet.
We put up 2 trees, man. I got grandbaby now. We ain't put a tree up probably 4 or 5 years.
For real?
5 years. And now grandbaby wife, we got 2 trees.
2 trees. Yeah. Tree was up what, December 1st?
Yeah. Oh man, Thanksgiving it was up, man.
You had a tree up Thanksgiving, man?
We had a tree up Thanksgiving, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The turkey wasn't even done
She
yet,
back
man.
in her groove, man. She back in the groove.
So when y'all had kids, when did y'all put the Christmas tree up?
Right after Thanksgiving.
Maybe
that
weekend here.
Maybe that weekend after Thanksgiving. Yeah, grandbaby here now.
It's on steroids now.
All steroids, man.
You putting it up after the trunk or treat.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But yeah.
Cool, man. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. As always, I didn't say it in the beginning. Like, comment, share, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We on the side cooking, so we trying to brainstorm and come up with some new and improved ideas. Maybe got one on the way next week. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the week.
Yeah, no doubt.
That you guys can get involved in, and we can show our appreciation to some of y'all.
No doubt.
So again, man, we appreciate y'all. As always, comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what topics that y'all talking about that y'all want us to bring up on here on the show.
That's it.
Yeah.
No
so
doubt.
we appreciate y'all. Stay tapped in. Peace.